With just about any exam, success relies heavily on being prepared. However, there are always other steps you can take to improve your performance and maximize your odds of success. In this video, you'll familiarize yourself with strategies for ensuring your readiness for the AZ-900 exam, Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. First things first, let's go over some best practices that are applicable in most assessment scenarios. When test day arrives, consider doing the following. Ensure that you show up well-rested and nourished. Eat a healthy meal or a snack beforehand, and don't drink too much water, as bathroom breaks are not allowed during the exam. You should also give yourself enough time to get set up, as the last thing you want is to feel hurried or be late for the exam. And don't forget to review relevant learning material prior to test day. Space out your study sessions across several days rather than saving everything for the night before. You'll have the option of taking the exam in person at a Pearson VUE test center or online from your home or office. You'll learn more about the particulars a bit later, but should you intend to go the online route, it's important to first verify the following. Make sure that you have a consistent, reliable internet connection that is fast enough to handle video streaming. Also, check that the device on which you'll be taking the test is functioning properly. This includes the microphone and camera, whether you're using a webcam or the hardware built into your computer or mobile device. Your intended testing environment should be quiet and free of distractions for the duration of the exam, so silence your devices and notify others not to disturb you during your testing session. And remember to bring your current government-issued ID, which must be an exact match to the name on your Microsoft certification profile. You'll use your mobile phone to capture the required headshot and ID. So now that you know how to prepare for the exam, let's explore strategies to help you perform your best when it's time to take it. Keep calm and read the question in its entirety before checking the answer options. Students often choose the wrong option because they have misread the question. If there are multiple answer options, try to eliminate answers you know are 100% incorrect. By using this process of elimination, you can cross off all the incorrect answers. Make sure to read every answer option before choosing a final answer. A common mistake that students make is to rush and pick that first answer. If you're having difficulty with the question, move on and come back after you have answered all of the questions you know. Don't forget about time management. Try not to spend too much time on a single question, as this may leave you short on time for the rest. Leave enough time to attempt all the questions before checking them at the end. Depending on the question format, you may not be able to change your answer, so make sure that you have answered them correctly. During your review, you may be tempted to second-guess yourself at times and change your answer. While this can work in certain circumstances, it can also be counterproductive. Remember that every step of your learning journey has been preparing you for the AZ-900 exam. Be careful, but try to trust your instincts. Finally, note that the AZ-900 exam does not employ negative marking. This means that no points are deducted for incorrect answers. If you're unsure of a question, give your best educated guess. Be aware that some questions will apply partial marking if there's more than one correct answer required. In this video, you discovered several strategies for increasing your chances of passing the AZ-900 exam successfully. By implementing them, you'll put yourself on a much more reliable path toward obtaining certification. Previously, you were given information to help set your expectations for the AZ-900 exam, Microsoft Azure Fundamentals, and to ensure that you're as prepared as possible come exam day. The topics covered include general exam preparation tips and strategies, the steps to register for and schedule the proctored exam, details on how the exam is administered, a breakdown of the specific skills measured in the exam, readiness strategies specific to the AZ-900 exam, including a list of relevant materials to consult with, and links to helpful online resources. In this video, you'll shift your focus to unpacking the exam itself, which includes knowing the format, question types, and other expectations to be aware of. But before you take on the actual exam, you'll be given the opportunity to complete a mock version, which covers the same key skills measured in the proctored exam. So let's start with an overview of the mock exam to highlight what you can gain by completing it. It focuses on your ability to describe cloud concepts, Azure architecture and services, and Azure management and governance. You covered these skills throughout this program and applied what you learned through a mix of knowledge checks, graded assignments, and exercises based on real-world business scenarios. The mock exam is based on a similar style and format as the actual AZ-900 exam. It is intended to provide an overview of the style, wording, and difficulty of the questions that you're likely to experience on this exam. However, bear in mind that these questions are not the same as what you will find on the proctored exam, nor does it match its length or complexity. For example, in addition to multiple choice questions, you may encounter additional question types such as drag and drop, build list order, case studies, exhibit, drop-down menus and option boxes, and complete the statement. For the mock exam, you can review the content from the program courses as needed, but this should serve to help you identify knowledge gaps rather than serve as an aid. The AZ-900 is a closed book exam, meaning that you cannot bring any study or exam materials into the examination with you. A score of 700 or greater is required to pass. To protect exam security, Microsoft does not specify exam formats or question types before the exam. Microsoft continually introduces innovative testing technologies and question types and reserves the right to incorporate either into exams at any time without advance notice. In this video, you learned about key details of the AZ-900 exam, as well as how the mock exam can get you better prepared and increase your odds of success. You now know what to expect, and it's up to you to deliver your best effort. Good luck! Congratulations on reaching the end of the Microsoft Azure Fundamentals AZ-900 exam prep specialization. This means you've not only completed all courses, but you've increased your expertise in cloud computing. By getting to this point, you've enhanced your understanding of various Azure products and services and the roles they play when it comes to configuring, connecting, securing, and monitoring cloud-based environments and the resources that they house. But that's not all. Completing this program also means that you've covered the main topics represented in the Microsoft-certified AZ-900 exam, Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. You tested your knowledge by completing a series of assessments mapped to these topics, which has you in a better position to succeed in the proctored exam. Now that you've completed this program, you're more ready to take the next step and schedule the AZ-900 exam through Pearson VUE. However, before you do so, let's recap what exactly you gained during your journey. Through a mix of videos, readings, and practical exercises, you learned about the fundamentals of cloud computing, including key concepts, benefits, and different models, along with an introduction to core Azure services and their applications. You also worked hands-on with Azure Resource Manager or ARM templates to automate resource deployment. You then followed with a comprehensive overview of Azure Cloud Services, which covered everything from resource configuration tools to solutions for bolstering security. This included key networking tools like Azure CLI and PowerShell. Moving on, you unpacked tools and strategies for creating and managing virtual networks, provisioning resources, and ensuring robust security through load balancing and advanced configuration. Your journey then continued with an exploration of Azure Monitor, a tool for tracking resource health and performance that also facilitates proactive action. You then learned about Azure Log Analytics as a solution for extracting trends, patterns, and other insights from logs. And finally, you developed your understanding of Azure backup strategies, compliance mechanisms, and security protocols for cloud resource governance. To validate everything you learned, you completed a mock exam that follows a similar format and set of standards as the industry-recognized AZ-900 exam. Recall that this exam measures your ability to describe the following: cloud concepts, Azure architecture and services, and Azure management and governance. Upon successful completion of the AZ-900 exam, you can share your certification, which greatly enhances your IT portfolio. Furthermore, this certification serves as evidence to potential employers of your motivation to enhance your knowledge and skill set, your perseverance for taking on challenges and seeing them through, and your willingness to adapt and try new things. Your journey of discovery has required a great deal of dedication, and you should take pride in how far you've come. Completing all of the courses in this program was no small feat, and your achievement should be recognized. As you prepare for the exam, remember that the learning material in this program is available to you for review as needed. It has been a pleasure to accompany you on this road toward growth and discovery. Best of luck with the next part of your journey.